Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at the Son of Neptune, Chapter 47, Frank's Story. Now, in this chapter, it starts off with Frank and Hazel just talking to Thanatos. And, he's kind of chatting with them. He's looking at what they're doing with Alcyonus. And Hazel's kind of like, are you going to take me to the underworld? And Death says, let me check here. Nope. No, you're not on my list. Would you like me to call Pluto and see if he made a mistake? And she's like, no. Please. I don't want to die. Don't worry about it. And then he tells Frank, I'm not taking you either. You still have a little life left, although, it sounds like it's going to come soon. I'm like, well, what about Percy? So, Percy's not dead yet either, but I don't know what's going to happen. But then he says, well, I need to get out of here. I need to go to Camp Jupiter because I have a lot of deaths scheduled. And so he takes off. Oh, before he does, Frank asks them, how can we find Death's doors to close them? And Thanatos says, well, I can't direct you to where my doors are. It's not really a place. But if you go to the original Rome, you need to find a guide who can find out where my doors are. And Hazel's like, is it from my brother, Nico? He doesn't say anything, but he kind of has a sad face. And then poof, he disappears. Jingle bells. I just remembered this one. So the glacier has been slowly falling, getting closer and closer to Hazel and Frank. And it's looking pretty dangerous. Like they might fall off the edge. But they run off with Arion. And he's pulling Thanatos. And Frank is sitting on Thanatos. Whenever Thanatos is going, whoa, Frank goes, Kong! And hits him on the head to make him fall asleep. As they're running 10 miles, I don't know if it's north, east, south, or west. Oh, I think they're going north. They're running 10 miles north, and Thanatos' head is going gong, 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 gong. Oh, not Thanatos, sorry, Alcyonus. And it's going dong, 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 dong. And Alcyonus is humming something that could be Jingle Bells. And going through. And if he does start to wake up, Frank just goes boom and hits him on the head with the shield again. They get 10 miles north and they cut the rope from Arion. Frank jumps off of Alcyonus and Alcyonus crashes into a boulder. Immediately, Alcyonus jumps up. He looks for his staff. It's not around. And then they start having a small conversation. And Alcyonus is like, you can't defeat me. I can't die. Frank is like, well, we're not in Alaska anymore. We're actually in Canada. So you can die. And this makes Alcyonus really mad. And he's like, even though, you're the son of Mars, you still can't defeat me one-on-one. And Hazel says, well, what about 2-on-1? At that, Alcyone starts to charge Hazel, but she's so fast with Arion, he can't get her. And she's slicing him. She's using her power to pull the metal. Oh, he moves, and then she runs in there and cuts him up again. And, then I think Frank talks about how they're not in Alaska anymore. Alcyonus charges Frank so he can go back into Alaska where he's safe. And Frank, at the last moment, changes into a giant elephant and boom, hits Alcyonus. And just boom, hits him onto his back, falling deep into the snow. Frank changes back to his original form. Alcyonus is like, you can't kill me. And Hazel says, hey, do you mind if I take him out? Frank's like, yeah, go ahead. She grabs her sword. Right in his neck, and he slowly starts to turn back into jewels and gold and dust. And after Alcyone dies, in the distance, they feel a shadow pass over them. And they look off to the mountains, and the shadows in the mountain kind of change. And it's Gaia. And Gaia says, even though you took down my son, you can't win, because Camp Jupiter is going to get destroyed right now. And you won't be able to get there in time, and everyone will die. And that's where Thanatos went to go collect all the souls from all the Roman soldiers dying at Camp Jupiter. With that, Frank and Hazel zip back to go look for Percy Jackson. Vocabulary. The first one is serene. Serene is peaceful, quiet, calm. Thanatos's face is peaceful. Oh, what is happening here? Very calm. And sternum. This is, I believe, your chest. That bone part where your chest kind of connects. I believe this is called a sternum. And we could say heart. When they cross the border from Alaska to Canada, Frank feels something, some kind of, we passed the border. We're now away from Alaska, where Alcyone lives. One thing that Frank does talk about when he's battling Alcyone is like, the gift that my dad gave me is tactics. Being able to plan a battle before it starts, and to be able to win a battle before it starts. And that was kind of important. And when Frank tells Alcyone about this, and he says, you're not in Alaska anymore, like Alcyone, it dawns on him. Frank can see it dawned in his eyes. The eyes' shape changed. And this is like when the sun comes up and suddenly you see light. Dawn breaks. In your mind, an idea, it dawned on me. I could see it dawning in his eyes, right? We can change it a little bit like that. But that just means you learned something or you finally understood something. Stout means big and strong. So he had stout front legs, big, thick, strong front legs like an elephant. Lumbering klutz. Lumbering is like when a giant is walking, boom, boom, boom. And it's this kind of really big, slow kind of walk. And a klutz means someone who is clumsy, who can't control their body very well. So a lumbering giant is like boom, 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 kind of going back and forth, not really balanced very well. And that was Frank. But now he can change his body. It feels like almost liquid. And he can transform into many different shapes. The discussion question I have for you is, do you think Alcyone is really dead? There's a few reasons to ask this question, and I'm not going to go into them now. But I just want to leave you with that question. Do you think he's really dead, and why? I'm going to share with you why I think he's dead or why he's not. But I want you to just think about that question. Is he dead? Of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.